What's up, what's up? Good morning. We're back.
Is there something I can tell anytime?
We are freaking back. We got work to do. Oh, those load times, though. I guess I gotta move this puppy to my SSD. Oh, looks like I'm getting disconnected. That's uncommon for this game, huh? Seems to happen a lot in your fort. Like, see, it still hasn't even figured out that I'm actually disconnected right now. Hello, hello. Okay. Hopefully that fixes it. I don't know what was happening there. I did lose my mic there for some absurd reason, which I'm not sure why. Yeah, I've been talking to myself here, apparently. That's been, that's good stuff, good stuff. Don't know why that happened. That was super bizarre. Anyway, what's up?
Captured
Welcome.
by humans. Humiliating. Chief White Lord will crush Yapper.
You come on back when you get tired of that.
I hope that fixes things. I see, it's definitely not no way to start a morning. About 5 o'clock on a Sunday over here. I think we got to get through the Bugswat Burrow. I think that's the mission here. Oh, Phase Beast. I think these things open portals for those maps for the optional bosses. Yep, there it is. A level 1+ boss fight. You only get one chance at it, though. These are kind of interesting. They let you fight bosses that you probably already beat. They're much harder, but you get loots. And they drop, they spawn off these Phase Beasts that you can find randomly in maps and in areas. I don't love it because they play like the boss load screen every time, and it kind of adds up over time here. How's my Xenoblade progress? We're pretty far, I'm told. I'm not exactly sure, but I think I'm very close to the end of that game. Since I am playing blind, I don't actually know, but it feels like we're getting close to the end. So we'll be finishing it soon.
You're close to dying.
Maybe 1 or 2 more Xenoblade streams if we don't count the additional content. Since I know there's like post-game or DLC or something like that. definitely felt that we've been close to the end several times, so I think we're really, really, really close to the Xenoblade. But I don't know for sure. I also don't like when you leave a map works, it puts you back at the beginning of the map that you found the map works in instead of where you ported it out. That's kind of dumb. That should definitely be changed. Hero, I'm very mixed on it right now. Obviously, that is nothing close to a review or analysis, as it's early in the game, it's early access, you know, blah blah blah. There's some cool aspects to this game that I find interesting that make it differentiate itself from other ARPGs, like Lifebound Gear. I've talked about this quite a bit. Lifebound Gear goes away when you die, so it adds a risk to the game without having to play it on hardcore and be all or nothing. So that's a very cool thing that they've added to the mix. In terms of standard moment-to-moment gameplay, it hasn't blown me away, but it hasn't been awful either. It's an ARPG. You're killing stuff. Torchlight 2 I haven't played in a very long time, so I don't know how a direct comparison will be at all. I'm certainly having more fun with it than I did with Minecraft Dungeons. To compare it to something else in the same genre available today in a recent time. Yeah, Viscous. Mob sizes, I think you must be talking about mob density. It's not that intense. You might be able to find that in Path of Exile. It's very by the book, but it's pretty clean. As far the early access stuff, it is definitely early access. I've got lots of disconnects, lots of problems there, and the whole game isn't here. Obviously, there's only 2 acts available, I think. We are heading through the middle half of the second act right now, I believe. I'm not entirely sure how the act structure is, but that's my guess.
Level up.
You do have a fort that you can do lots of cool stuff at. Kind of interesting. There is no offline play at this time. That'll come later. Happy to answer any other questions you have. A lot of people are like, I like Torchlight 2, well, I like this. Torchlight 2 is really, really kind of old by ARPG standards, so probably, because this is just more modernized in general. Okay, Viscous, I'll never say that Minecraft Dungeons felt like a budget title. I don't get to make that assessment. I don't know how much it cost to make that game. And I'm not ripping on that for that reason at all. It feels better than Minecraft Dungeons, as I already mentioned. This is definitely early access. Lots of bugs and glitches so far. Very serious ones at times. I don't think cheap is ever a term that I've used to describe a game, nor will I, because I have no idea about budgets and stuff like that. It does feel more like a better ARPG than Minecraft Dungeons to me. We played Minecraft Dungeons for one night, and I was done with it.
Badly hurt.
It is pretty formulaic though, and like quest driven, which is like I don't really love that. I'd like to have more open. I'd like to have a more open availability, like you know, Diablo 3 adventure mode, rifts, or you know, the Atlas PoE. Now, there's no saying that that won't come in later, but right now it's very structured.
Your life is slipping away.
Like, in order to get to access to areas, you have to do quests, and basically you're in the area that the quest that you're on is. And it's all linked to that. Oh yes, okay. I understand. Oh, we got a Voltaic Beast. That's cool. Phase Beast. This thing will open a portal to a boss. Go farm like crap out of whatever this is. Yeah, you know, it's early access and it feels it right now. Most of this content that I'm doing right now is also in the Torchlight Frontiers alpha that I was part of, which I streamed a little bit of way back when. And there's a lot of potential here with the fort and growing and building your base and all that stuff. Whether that potential gets realized is going to take another 20 hours to understand. Even maybe not even that, because I don't know how much content is available right now in this early access version. If we are in fact in Act 2, then we've already exhausted quite a bit of the content that's currently available. But we'll see.
Your health is low.
I like the relic system, the legendary system. The legendary system is basically an exact replica of the Kunai Cube from D3. So you can take abilities out of legendaries and add them to your character. You know, and you can have several of those equipped at once. So that gives you some like nice long-term goals. Again, for me, and I don't know if this is the way for you, Viscous, but I really care about like what the end game is going to look like. And we're not going to have a good sense of that in this early access at all. Like for PoE, it's the maps and the Atlas, which is an incredible system. For D3, it's rifts and greater rifts, which I think is a good system. Well, not quite as good as maps. If this is just like, you know, doing a high-level dungeon over and over again, forget about it. But they are adding a single-player version for this. Single-player is not available right now. I want to be clear, but it will be on release. So you can't play offline right now. You can't play single-player. You do work up these relics, which are kind of like having another, it's basically another talent tree. So your regular talent trees are pretty limited in comparison to other ARPGs, but you do get these, that kind of gets replaced by relic skills to take care of some of that. Well, I've never liked PoE graphically, Viscous, so I don't disagree there. That has not been its strength, historically.
You have completed a quest.
Now, I have had significant issues here with disconnecting and stuff in town. So hopefully we won't do that again, but if it does, we can get right back in. It's particularly crappy because you do need to spend quite a bit of time in town doing town activities. Not town, my fort, rather. You can see a lot of this gear is life-bound, which means if I die with it on, I lose it for good. Well, Viscous, the gameplay, again, I think that ARPGs need a little bit more, you know, randomization and interest there. So, like I said, the map and rifts and stuff like that. Whereas this, I basically, like, I can't go to zones. Like, it actually will lock me out of zones if I don't have the quest for it, so...
You have finished a quest.
If I wanted to just start, you know, traversing through the open world, I could not. Yeah, the content would be locked. So I don't know if I like quite that much structure in my ARPG. I kind of want to be able to go do my own thing, if I want to, you know. And as you can see, I just had a pretty big bug hit. It keeps giving me this Restless Heroes quest. That's the first quest in the game. And that actually screws my game up quite a bit. It might lock me out of doing things because the game doesn't think I've done the first quest, which I absolutely have. I've encountered this bug a few times. It's incredibly nasty because of what I was just talking about. It only lets you go into certain areas if you've got certain quests, so that makes it so that if it doesn't think that I've completed this first quest, I can't go to any zones. And you can imagine that would be a problem. But the bug has cleared itself in the past, so hopefully it fixes itself here as well. Sunken Ruins. Why am I going back to Sunken Ruins? Alright.
A trap.
Oof.
You've reached your end.
You hit me like once. Kind of silly. Alright, now I gotta go take a look at my gear. Just lost a bunch of stuff. I don't even have a backup weapon. That's on me, obviously. Didn't really expect that I was gonna die. Especially not on that guy. So that we lost our lifebound stuff, which means we're going to have to find replacement weaponry. Which we kind of already did, but it's really terrible. Like, this is 144 damage. We had a 200-something damage weapon before. So we're going to want to get that replaced ASAP. half the damage we used to. But luckily, loot is abundant in most situations, so we should be able to get it back quickly.
You're hurt.
Take a lot of damage in this axe because I don't have a bunch of poison resist yet. It's very divided by like the damage type you take in axe, which is very strange. Again, it gets kind of like how Frontiers was before they changed it. Or like if you're in Act 1, you need to have fire resist gear, and if you're in Act 2, you need to have poison resist gear. There's a portal. We could do a portal. What do you think? Yeah? Okay. Maybe that'll drop me an item. Hey, not Bahamut. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Good to see you. Oh, level 28. Really hurt this guy. Hopefully he drops a weapon. What's going on, Bahamut? How you doing? What did I have for breakfast this morning? I had Gouda and apple sausage with some scrambled eggs and hot sauce. Oh, Bahamut, great to have you here, as always. You can see what I'm up to. I'm currently taking on a Mapworks boss in the hopes of getting some loot, as I just lost my weapon. It was life-bound. Liquid Snake, hello Liquid Snake, thanks for the follow. Supreme Champion Duck. This guy would have taken about half the time if I would have had a really decent on-level weapon, but you know, it is what it is. Hopefully it drops out of here. A gray sledgehammer. A gray, well, you know, it does have more damage. We're using gray items now, that's where we're at. That's where we're at now. Also, how is it a life-bound gray item? Come on now. As I said before, I like the life-bound mechanic. It makes it so the items disappear when you die. So it adds some stakes to not playing hardcore mode. Because normally you just have the option of playing regular or hardcore, and of course no stakes on regular. Lots of stakes on hardcore. The life-bound item is kind of a happy medium between the two, where you can lose your item forever. But,
You have completed a quest.
but you don't lose your character forever, you know? So it's significant. You don't want to die, but it's not as bad as losing a hardcore character. It says I have to go to the next area from the burrow, but I didn't find an exit in here. Hey, Fan60, what's up? Thanks for the follow, Supreme Champion Duck. So I'm a little confused about where I'm supposed to go now. Can't find the next map. Industrial Pounder. Oh, 143 damage. So as you can see, I've got this whole map cleared and there's no exit. So how am I supposed to go to the Murky Miasma? There's no other exit to this from this map. Is it from town or something? I don't think it is, but... Nope. How am I supposed to get to the Murky Miasma? That is the question.
If you're paying, I'm pulling. I'll keep a chilled one for you.
I mean, it says it's connected to Bugswat Burrow. But, you know, we don't see that passage. Also, man, these load times, if you do have an SSD, I recommend putting the game on there. I didn't. I didn't know how much I was going to play, but man. Definitely going to move it over there if I continue playing, but we'll see how much is left in the early access portion. Although it could be server related, the servers are getting pounded too, so... disconnected. Wonderful. Let's do that. Let's do exactly that. Go to the Murky Miasma. Okay. I'd love to. Gives you a chance to, like, you know, get a cup of coffee. You know. Just some Gouda cooking. Nice smoky Gouda. Oh god, did it reset this freaking... Oh god, now I gotta do this place again. Well, whatever. We'll find the exit this time out. Eating that posh cheese. Good. I wouldn't consider Gouda a posh cheese at all, Viscous. Certainly a good cheese. Oh my god. What? What? Early access, right? American cheese. No, no, Viscous. Get out of here. I know you're trolling me. American cheese is the worst. The worst. Hey. String of unintelligible letters. Thank you for the follow. You're Supreme Champion Duck. Welcome. Set a roll Duskmage. Cool. Tell me how that works. Hey Reaper, thanks for the follow. You are a Supreme Champion Duck. It is. It is. I do love strings of unintelligible letters and numbers. They're fun. Well, Bahamut, I think it all gets wiped after early access anyway, so don't worry about it. Now is the time to experiment. Now let's see if we can find the freaking exit to this dumb zone. Because I don't believe it exists. How many times did the server crash in the last 38 minutes? I would say a lot. Every 5 to 10 minutes or so. So what is that? 4 times? 5 times?
Your health is low. You feel refreshed.
It does depend. I think, I get more crashes depending on what I'm doing, I think. But that could just be anecdotal. I seem to crash a lot more in my fort than anywhere else. But there's no doubt there are many, many, many crashes. And other issues currently. I don't know if you've experienced the lovely quest reset bug, but it has been a nightmare for me. B. Martinez, hello and welcome. You are a Supreme Champion Duck. Thank you for the follow. Do you like this class a lot? I'm not married to it. I did like the concept of the train car. It seemed like something that was going to be different than the norm. But it's really not that unusual, I guess, in regards to ARPG classes in general. I thought it would be... It's cool. I mean, I get a train. I don't know of any class that uses a train. But your class is only really half the story because half of your skills and talents come from your relic as well, so that's an element you've got to consider. And you can pick and choose different relics, so only about half your skills are going to come from your class.
You are dying.
This was the one that seemed like it could be more unique than the other classes. The others all seemed like classic fantasy archetypes. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But they do make it so basically your class is not really... The class isn't the whole story, as you've got to, like, combine your legendaries and your relic and other things to get your full build. Okay, where the hell is the exit to this place? There's no exit. There's seriously no exit. How am I supposed to get to the next zone? You know, hey, it's their call. It was their call to put it out this early, you know. Early access, you know, you do get to say, hey, it's early access, things aren't supposed to work. They get to say that. Whether or not it takes care of all the people slamming it on Steam and killing it in the review section because of the connection issues, you know, that's on them. Can't even get to the protect. I can't even get out of here. This is super not cool. Linko says, did the MTG ARPG come out? You're talking about Magic Legends. No, I do not believe it is playable currently. Looking forward to that one, for sure. We'll definitely be playing some of that on stream. Two of my favorite things colliding in that one. I hope it's good. What I saw of that game when I visited them did look very good. However, it was just a small slice. I'm getting a quest error again where it keeps telling me that I need to do the first quest in the game. Which might be interfering with my progress. I don't know if it's related with my inability to get out of this map to the next area. But it's certainly causing problems. I don't know if anybody else is experiencing that bug. It's been the worst one that I've encountered in the last day. Where it literally just says, you have not done the first quest in the game. And then, of course, since everything in this game is tied to the quest, it locks me out of all these other maps. It's really bad. That's not good. That's not good. That bug's got to get fixed right away. And Reaper, you know, the game still has potential to do well. The server issues aren't everything. They tell the story of what the game's going through right now. But it's pretty clear they have quite a ways to launch. And they can, you know, say, we fix things, blah, 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 blah. It might work out. It's not the best foot forward here, but it could turn out. Is the Magic ARPG a Vermintide-style first-person game? No, it is not. It's a isometric ARPG. There is gameplay footage out there. It is not first-person, and it is not like Vermintide. You may be thinking of another game. Too cartoony, says Cyber Exile. What's too cartoony? This game? Yeah, I mean, Torchlight's always been pretty freaking cartoony. So it's not like they went with this art style because of Fortnite or something. Like, the series has always been pretty lighthearted in comparison to other ARPGs out there. You're hyped for Baldur's Gate 3. Me too! Can you turn off the floating text? I could, yeah. A lot of people last night wanted the damage numbers on. But, CyberX, I'll turn it off just for you. It definitely is cartoony. I mean, I think it is the only cartoony ARPG. Most ARPGs are super dark. Yeah, you can turn them off. It doesn't matter since I'm stuck anyway. Like, I can't progress because I can't find the next map area, which is really stupid, but... Was it Neverwinter? Neverwinter is much older and has been out for a long time, Viscous. 6-7 years. Neverwinter's an MMORPG and is in first person, so yes, that could be the game you're talking about. Reaper says, hope the best for the game, and I'm going to hold off on refunding it, but I hope the server's quest bug get fixed within a month. Dude, they better fix the quest bug a lot sooner than a month. The quest bug is extremely serious and has been effing me up hard. The servers I'm confident will be taken care of in a month. But that quest bug needs immediate priority. Oh. Hey, what's up, Airgamer? How you doing today? And this, of course, is going to reset that area that I was just in, too, because I did. Oh, we're never going to progress. See, it gives me this Restless Heroes quest, which is the first quest in the game, which is ridiculous that I would be doing it right now.
You have finished a quest.
But what that does is cut off my fort, like it doesn't think I've unlocked my fort. This is the worst. It's a bad, bad bug. Yes, Dark Alliance. That trailer looked awful. That is one of the worst trailers I have ever seen in my entire life. And I've seen a lot of bad trailers. So yes, that is not the MTG ARPG. That's a different game. MTG ARPG is Magic Legends, and should be, you know, based on what my expectations are, we should be going into beta very soon on that one. What if I go to Edgewood Bluff to fix it? Reaper, I did that once, and unfortunately all it did was start to give me even more of the early game quests, so I really don't want to tempt fate on that one. See, look at it, it just goes away. It went away. It goes in and out of, like, existence. Schrodinger's quest. And it only locks me out when it's active. It is a very bizarre and uncool quest bug. And now we gotta go through the Bugswat Burrow again! But there's no... I don't think there's a way out of this place. You're still waiting on Magic Arena on mobile. I don't even think that's ever been announced, Viscus, so keep waiting. I know they want to do it, but I don't know, you know, how close that is. Or even if it's something being actively worked on. I'm sure they'd love to get that on a mobile.
You are wounded.
Shaz, we've been talking about that. You know, I did a cover story on that game. You know, didn't learn anything about the free-to-play elements of it. I'm hoping it's not pay-to-win, but that remains to be seen.
Health is low. You feel much healthier.
I mean, it would definitely be financially worth it, just because that may not be the hang-up, okay? I'm sure they know there's a ton of money to be made on mobile with that game. It might just be difficult to develop. speculate on any number of issues that may be causing hang-ups there. But it is certainly not the fact that they don't want to make money. Alright, they understand there's money in the mole market. I mean, I've killed that boss so many times now. It's ridiculous. Here's the issue. I can't find... There's no exit. There's no exit to the zone, to the next zone. There's a portal to the Sunken Ruins, which doesn't help me. I legit don't know where I'm supposed to go. It's quite bothering me. And I don't know if it's because it's something I'm doing wrong or because of my various bugs and errors. No played forward gaming. I'm not playing the mage. This is the engineer or the rail maker. Railmaster. Oh, use my map. Okay, cool. Well, the map says to go from here to here, but there's no passage. And no exit. It is frustrating. The portal just takes me to the Sunken Ruins, and the Sunken Ruins is in a different area. The Sunken Ruins is in the plains, the Acrid Plains. Am I a D&D guy or a Pathfinder guy? Technically, I'm neither. I haven't played D&D in a very long time. And I've never played Pathfinder.
A trap.
Sacrilege as a gamer, right? But hey, there it is. The terrible truth. I am a conductor spec railmaker.
You are near death.
So that means I focus on the choo-choo train and its mechanics. See, there's no exit here. There's no exit here! Where am I supposed to go? Does anybody know how I can get to this next area? Does anybody? Yeah, you know, Viscous, some people say that. Again, I haven't played D&D since I was in, like, high school, alright? For those of you at home, that was a very long time ago. Normally, the gate to the next area would be after the boss, but there's no gate. There's a gate to the Sunken Ruins. I mean, is this the end of the content in Early Access? I can't imagine that's the truth. There's at least 2 acts, right? So we have got to figure out how to get to the Murky Miasma. If anybody out there knows, holler at me. Why not, Viscous? I just haven't had time for tabletop gaming. I got a lot of crap on my plate at all times now. Yes, played forward. They would probably tell me that. So see, if I take the Sunken Ruins portal, it just takes me to the boss of the Sunken Ruins, which we'll kill, and that's fine. But this is a map before that last map, so...
Your strength is returning.
How did I figure out the hardcore bug? Nothing. I just played around until it went away. It comes back though at times. It's a very bad bug. I don't recommend getting it. You need a full Dan Game podcast where I'm on every episode. Well, I'm on like 90% of the Game Informer show episodes. Isn't that enough? But if that's your suggestion, Viscous, you can always send an email into podcast@GameInformer.com. And politely suggest that. If there's enough requests for it, maybe maybe we can find the manpower to do it. Eddie, you don't. I'll let you know. I'll let you know when we've got space for you. What if I'm in an episode 4 times? What if I'm in an episode 4 times? I guess we'll explore the Sunken Ruins. I don't know why. I mean, that's a suggestion you could send in, Viscous. Although, if I were to theorize as to why that is, it's because of our very limited video production staff, which is highly involved in the podcast. Their time is already strapped most of the time. As is everybody, honestly, across the board. We make a magazine player programming? I don't know if you know that. Acrid Plains. Oh. I just know that we can't do our podcasting without that team, so that creates a barrier, and also, again, in general, editor time is very pushed to the limits and beyond at this time. Well, I guess this didn't give us any answers either, huh? Well, I don't know where to go. Generally, it's been a pretty even, straight path. But this seems... I don't know. You know, this could be a bug, too. I'm certainly not going to write that off. It could be a bug that the portal that opens up at the end of this thing goes back to the Acrid Plains instead of going forward to the protected trail. CyberXL says, why am I building a railroad everywhere I go? That is one of my class mechanics, which is where I basically have a pet railroad with train cars that I pick based on what I want. I could take a shotgun car, I could take a shield car, flamethrower car, mortar car, all kinds of different cars to put on my little mini train. Lots of cool stuff to do at the fort. I want to get to the protected trail. Why won't you let me go there? It's a straight line. It's a straight line, but there's no exit out of the Bugswat Burrow. I guess I'll do this optional quest for no reason right now, and hopefully we get that worked out. What's my favorite podcast? I don't listen to any. Except for the GI Show, of course. Ah! That's the rule. 1 DC every 10 minutes, whether you need it or not. I don't have podcast games? No, not really. If I'm playing a quote-unquote podcast game, that means I'm probably on Discord talking with people about other stuff. That's what I do when I'm just kicking it. Not even Min-Max? I do catch an episode of Min-Max from time to time. I do not watch it or listen to it. I haven't caught every episode, that's for sure. I watch it once in a while. Because obviously I like those guys. Visca says you listen to music. I mean, occasionally, but again, usually I'm on Discord talking to people about games if I'm not playing games. So I don't listen to podcasts at the same time since it can be, too much noise. Sometimes I like to watch movies and stuff too. Mr. Bellix, thank you for the follow. I do like to, if I'm doing a podcast kind of thing, it's generally, like I said, I'll probably be watching a movie or something. on Netflix or Amazon while I'm playing. No, Mr. Bellix, there isn't. Except for your own bragging rights. Which might be enough for you. And since you can't complete the game right now, you know, no worries. Play on any difficulty you want. Yes, Mr. Bellix, if you play on ridiculous... If you play on ridiculous, it will be quite difficult. There is a sharpshooter. That's the archer. Getting DC'd a lot. We got quest errors. We got inability to progress. There's lots of stuff going on here today. Very, very, very early access, I would say. I mean, Mr. Bellix, we don't know what the highest difficulty is going to matter to endgame content now, because we only have the first 2 acts in the game. I have no idea what impact or rewards there will be for taking that risk later on, but right now, it's essentially for bragging rights. Very little info out there. Yeah, tell me about it. And there is a laundry list of very, very serious bugs, which I hope you don't run into. Oh, for God's sakes. Really? I mean, we might have to come back later, gang. Cyber Exile says, the goal in D3 is finishing Greater Rifts, which is the opposite of fun IMO. I do like the Greater Rift system to some extent, Cyber Exile, but I do like Path of Exile's endgame way more. The Atlas is really cool. Okay, how can we get to the Protected Trail? Please, please God, let me go to the Protected Trail. If I can I just not get there? Is there a support ticket I can put in? Oh yeah, and welcome, Mr. Bellix. Well, we've done Bugswat Burrow like 1,000 times. PoE is where it's at right now. Yeah, it can be. It can be. Okay, so Sunken Ruins we've done it 1,000 times. How many times have we killed this guy? You wonder if D4 is going to borrow anything from it. Yeah, it is. Absolutely is. From what we've seen of D4 already, the dungeons, the instance dungeons, are sort of like maps. And the fact that they have all those, like, you know, modifier X, modifier Y, modifier Z. And they require keys to open instead of a map to open. But they're definitely moving toward that system. Now, I'm sure that they're going to do more with it on top, you know, to separate themselves, but they're already looking at that for core endgame mechanics.
Your life is slipping away.
Oh, boy. Can't go forward, can't go forward. Cool, legendary pet tag. Pet returns from town 90% faster. We're going to be the king of level 24, I'll tell you that, even if we can't progress. I mean, we're kind of screwed. There's no other exit from this area. No matter, even if the map tells me there is, there isn't. We looked. We've looked. I'm gonna have to get a dev on the horn. Maybe it isn't in game yet. I thought about that, CyberXL, but it said there are 2 full acts available in the game right now. And if that first thing I beat was Act 1, then we still have about half of Act 2 to go. I don't even know if what we did was Act 1 or it was just like part of Act 1. I think it was a full act, because it gave us a new town and all that stuff in Act 2, but... if there are 2 full acts, we're only halfway through Act 2 here. Hence, I should have more stuff to do. And given the amount of other like weird bugs and stuff that we've been experiencing, it would not surprise me if there was some glitch with this. See another stream and look. I mean, yeah, I can't portal there because I don't have it's grayed out for me. You have to get there first to unlock the portal. Oh, rare. Rudy. An Acred Plain. Well, Acred Plain isn't connected to the protected trail. I mean, hey, we can give it a shot. Thanks, thanks, X-Fan. We'll give it a shot. We'll try to go from Acred Plain. I mean, hey, it's not linked that way on the map, but we'll give it. I'm willing to try anything at this point. So thank you for the suggestion. Acred Plain it is. Let's go. Do you think the Demons remake will come to PC eventually? Great question. I think I'm lagging out, by the way. Wonderful. You know, Cyber, I don't know. I gotta stop talking about that kind of stuff because people get mad at me if I speculate even that, you know, Bloodborne can come to PC. People take that as, top left. X-Fan, thank you. As soon as I stop lagging out here and get back in the game, we'll go Acred Plains to wherever we're going right away. I'm looking forward to that. But since we disconnect every 5 minutes, you know, there's playing the game in very small doses. But thanks, I do appreciate it. Thanks for checking for me. I think the Demons remake would be amazing if it came to PC, but you know PlayStation, they want to keep their exclusives on their platform. So if we are talking eventually Cyber Exile, I would say it will be years down the line. 3, 4, 5 years after it comes out on PS4, PS5. Of course, that's an if. Let's be very clear about that. Alright, top left. You bet PS5 is going to be too expensive to get for this one game. Well, I'm sure they'll have more than one game. They might not all be Demon Souls system songs, right? For the Souls crowd, but I'm sure it'll have other playable fare. I mean, Horizon 2 looks great, IMO. The cool thing is, as PC gamers, we don't even need to think about getting Xbox, right? So, if I'm gonna get another console, it'll be a PlayStation, but I haven't decided if I'm gonna do that anyway. Get all my Xbox stuff on Game Pass, no problem. Also, I don't think we have an official price point for the PS5 yet. Very interesting to see what that's going to be. I've seen speculation out there anywhere from 500, 400, 700. A lot of numbers being tossed out there. Cyber, that sounds about right. There is a, I haven't seen any confirmation of this, so I just don't want to speak out of turn. There is a report that it was seen on Amazon for 700. On Amazon France, something like that. You gotta take that stuff with like 10 billion grains of salt. There's placeholder listings and all kinds of other stuff that happen in that space. But yeah, that is the thing that reportedly happened. Oh, we found it. Thank you. Hey, X-Fan, you the best. I like it how the map is as confusing as possible and has no actual link to this on the actual map. That was super cool. It tells me to go to the wrong spot to get here. $6.99, $5.99 US dollars. It's a robot. It's a robot that hits really hard. Industrial Pounder. You wouldn't be surprised if it's really 700. 700 seems steep. It's very steep. It's very tough to attempt to, sell that as a consumer product without having some insane bells and whistles. That's a big number. Regardless of whether it has the, you know, the stuff to back it up, which it probably does, but it's a big number. Could be. Could be. See it happening. I mean, honestly, I could really see anything between 400 and 700. It's really crazy. It's hard to gauge. Acid breath. Yes, yep. I don't doubt that at all, Cyber. You're absolutely right. Right now, that is the case. It would be very difficult to hit specs on either of the two next-gen consoles with the same amount that they're going to theoretically cost.
You are wounded. Your health is low. You're badly hurt.
But, you know, at the same time, PCs are upgradable and all that stuff, you know. And they will get competitively priced as the generation goes on. But, yeah. Alright, we found the boss. Crats. Run around in circles, let the train do its work, poison stacks up there.
Your pack is too heavy.
Skull Unbinding, very nice. Crystal Passage.
Quest has begun.
Pure Hybrid Crystal Focus. Oh, optional. An optional quest is there.
You feel healthy again. You've gained a level.
Hey, a level. I like those. Alright. Max flamethrower. Now when I trigger the flamethrower thing, summon 8 fireballs that do weapon damage. That's a lot of damage. That's gonna be a pretty serious activity. Alright, Defender's Gate. Defeat Kronk. Alright, let's defeat Kronk.
Quest finished.
Well, Kronk wasn't that tough, huh?
You have a new quest.
Alright, we are cruising. The Hivid Capital. Uh-oh, it's taking a while to load. You know what that means. Oh, we got there. Cool. Hivid Capital. I think we're getting close to the end of this act. corrupted vein.
You're nearly dead.
Don't get hit by that guy.
You feel much healthier. Your health is low.
Ah, come on,
Your
really?
journeys have ended.
Oh wow, I had a lot of lifebound stuff. Including my equipped weapon, huh?
Your health is low.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Okay, okay. Should have maybe read somewhere safe. But it looks like it was just a one-piece lifebound gear. So, not that bad.
Death is upon you.
Ooh. Alright. I am paying the price for never upgrading my armor and using those old school uniques. Oh, come on. No. No. That was terrible timing. I'm gonna have to beat that whole mission again. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some ice. Alright, I guess we have to do that mission again, huh? Oh, what? Oh, God, what? We don't have a quick point? That sucks. Hey, Leafeon, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
You can't carry anymore.
What's going on, man? Playing Persona 5. Okay, nice, very nice. Well, how many hours are you in? If you're about 110 to 120 hours in, then you're at the end. I stopped at around 80 myself. Yeah, that sounds about right, Leaf. That means you're probably pretty close to the end. Oh,
Your
man.
struggles have ended.
So my armor is just not ready for this poison zone. I don't care too much.
You have gained a level.
Yeah. Nice.
Your life is slipping away. You're healthy again. You are dying.
Oh man, if you get caught.
You feel refreshed.
It's purely my own fault for using like level 10 armor, but I hate changing to greens from uniques, even if they're better. Oh, unique Snecko Snick. Oh, wow, 279 attack. And basic attack. Well, I don't use basic attack much, do I? But still cool. Still cool. Yes, Leaf, I have been offering them often. That question's been asked many, many times. I would not get it right now in early access. I'd wait.
Close to dying.
A lot of like disconnections. I don't want you to be one of those Steam reviewers who nails it. It's very early access, pretty serious bugs. If you can live with those, then it seems to be a fairly competent ARPG, but it's not blowing me away in either direction right now. All of the early access issues notwithstanding. Hey, what's up, Malcolm?
You're badly hurt.
Initial impressions, subject to change.
Quest complete. Quest started.
Dynasty. Yo, what's up? Thanks for the follow, man. Supreme Champion Duck.
Your health is low.
Buttercup Cat. Let's add him to the pet roster and move on. Go to the Sanctum of the Swarm. I think we're getting really close to the end of Act 2 here, which I believe is all the content that's available in Early Access, but I'm not entirely sure. We're going to find out. What's better, hammer or two-handed sword? Well, that depends on the rest of your build, Dynasty. Honestly, whichever one has the higher DPS for anything you're going to do in the early access period of this game. In a lot of cases, unless you're doing an auto attack build, that DPS is going to translate into your skill damage anyway, so it's largely irrelevant. So neither one of them is better. Whichever one is better is the one that has the bigger number on it, honestly. And you'll be changing that out frequently as you level up and progress. That's one thing that's made me weak, actually, is I refuse to get rid of my uniques and stuff, even when the green is better. Okay, where the hell is this exit to the Sanctum of the Swarm? Oh, a bit crafty. I gotta go up and around, huh?
You can't carry any more.
I think we're getting close. There it is, the Sanctum. should be where the Act 2 boss is hanging out, if our theories are correct. Augur Bezamal. Oh wow, Doom Prince, legendary. Okay, yep, don't want to have him hit us. I guess I should farm this stone and metal for my base. Hi, Jakers, what's up? Welcome. Now this is a phase beast, which will spawn a map if killed. Look at that. We can do an optional boss fight now. Why not? So whenever you kill a phase beast, it opens up a portal into a boss battle that you can do to go get some extra loot. It's kind of a pain since it doesn't port you back to where the portal is, but, you know, it's generally a pretty breezy boss encounter that you can, you know, you've already done it, so it's just an extra chance to get pets and loot, I suppose. It's nice to be able to get that opportunity to get some even-level boss loot for very little effort. I don't think you need to... I really wonder why they keep putting the cutscenes in. I can skip it, but, like, we've killed these bosses, like, dozens of times now. You only get one shot at it. That's important to note. So if your game lags out or disconnects, like it's doing right now, we're not going to get to kill this boss. Which is too bad. But that's the story of this early access so far, is that if you're lucky enough to be able to connect at all, you're on borrowed time. Too bad, that would have been some nice loot. This also will put us back to where we're gonna might have to find that zone again too, which is also unfortunate. We'll see. Go to Sanctum of the Swarm. Yes. Disconnecting is not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. Huh. Malkier says Dan hasn't slept. Maybe he's right. Who knows? Last passage, not the one we're looking for. Played Kerbal till 5 a.m. last night. Wow. That must have been exhausting. Remember how we were like already in the last part and like moving through it and then we got DC'd? How long do you think we have till the next DC? Extra Bomb, good afternoon, Dan. Have you seen the new game Mortal Shell? I have seen it. My initial thoughts are not positive on it. What they've shown so far from the game has not looked compelling at all. Does that mean it's a bad game? No. Does it mean it's a good game? No. It means that from the materials, the marketing materials that they have shown so far, I have not been impressed. I'd love to know what you think. Considering you asked. No, that does not make a difference. You don't get a pass for having a small team, if that makes sense. The game is what the game is. I'm not, my view of the game is not positive or negative based on the number of people working on it. I think it's a weird metric to do. Super Replay is back. I was not aware of that, Jay, but that's an announcement you just made, apparently. I don't know anything about that.
You have gained a level.
I don't... Jay Grizz, I am part of Monday's streaming event. I don't know if I'm part of the foil section. also is a portal. You know, that's cool. That's really cool if they're doing that. I mean, that'd be cool, Malik. Let him know. I don't actually know how close I am to the end of that game, so... Super Replay Demon Souls needs to happen. Well, good luck with that. You know where to send your request for that. That sounds like a project that would be a lot of fun. I don't know how we get the time and manpower for that.
Very existence. In the end, our heroes killed the Netherworld. Fearing
Are wounded. You are refreshed.
Uh-oh. The boss has gotten involved. Not much to him, huh? Boom. Owned. It's probably going to be tough to beat this legendary staff, isn't it? Twilight Depths. This is it.
Your pack is too heavy.
Man, I'm just so stuck on my uniques, I never trade them in. Which is terrible, by the way. I'm like level 13. I'm level 30. This is why I'm like paper when I get hit. Of course we can prevent that by not getting hit, right?
Sadista, you
Uh-oh.
are finished. Varys will take over your assignment. Return
Look
to
at this
the
concept
Acre
art.
immediately.
No, I'm done taking orders. I do the work, only for you.
Alright, Milk, I guess so. If you can't DM him, what other choice do you have?
You are a lazy, insolent child. A failure. When I enter Novastrea, you will be the first thing I devour.
I'd like to see you try. Now that I have this, the perfect Void Ember specimen, the Void Heart.
You have succeeded? I did not think it was possible to craft such a specimen. It is incredible.
Yes, Mother, it is. And I'll show you just how incredible it is. When I use it to eviscerate this intruder.
Hey, what's up, Lazarus Orange? How you doing? We are on an act boss.
You made a mistake coming here.
Sadista, Act 2 boss. We are kicking her ass. Way easier than the Act 1 boss. But that's probably because my build has had some time to breathe now, you know?
You've perished.
Alright.
No escape.
Pro tip, don't get hit by that thing.
Well, hello there. No escape.
You lost a helmet there. It was a life-bound helmet, so it's gone for good. That's okay, we got plenty of replacements. I think my quest just bugged out again. I quested to go to McGuire's Cove, and now I have no quests. And I can't go anywhere, so that's lovely. We've had this bug quite a few times over the course of our play experience. It gets worse every time. It's super annoying. Can't even go outside because...
Quest begun.
Oh god, it's doing the thing again where it starts giving me the level 1 quest. God, this is the worst bug ever.
Quest.
Yeah, Leaf, we just killed the Act 2 boss. And now my quests are bugging out, so I'm trying to fix them by porting around. It is a major game-breaking bug found in East Early Access. If you get it, good luck. No quest found, you don't say. It does stink. It stinks real bad. So as you see... Well, some people are saying
Quest
relogging
started.
fixed it, so let's try that.
Quest finished.
Okay, so that did not fix it. I can't go to my fort. I have no quests. We did run into this bug before, several times, and it did fix itself eventually, but it is frustrating. No quest track. No quest track. I mean, in the past, they've always just come back, so we're hoping that happens. Oh god, it's gonna be the level 1 quest. Cap Danks, yo, what's up? Thanks for the follow, Cap Danks. You are a Supreme Champion Duck.
You have gained a level.
So the quest that it just gave me is literally the level 1 quest, the first quest you get when you log into the game. Obviously, I've done that one. Here's why it gets sticky. Almost everywhere you can go and what you can do in this game is tied to your quest. So, like, it won't even let me go to areas now because... Like my base. I can't go to my own fort because it doesn't think I've done the fort quest already. This is a, it's a devastating bug, and it has fixed itself in the past, so I'm hoping it does that again. We did deal with it last night as well.
A trap.
If it was just the fact that like, you know, a level 1 quest was appearing, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But because it forgets everything else you've accomplished and locks you out of the other quests that you've completed, it is not good. See, like, for example here, I can't enter the chamber because it doesn't think I have this quest because it thinks I'm on the quest Restless Heroes. Oh my god, I can't even port back to town because I haven't unlocked the Act 2 town because it thinks I'm on Restless Heroes. I can literally do nothing. The whole, like, spoken wheel quest system that determines where and where you can't go in this game is devastating with this bug. Devastating. can't TP. I can portal still. I gotta get back to the port. Okay. Should be able to use the waypoint. No, I can't TP because I don't have that zone unlocked, right? Like, it's a crazy, crazy, crazy serious bug that I hope they fix very quickly. Oh, let's hope it just fixes itself when I go back to town here. Sometimes it does. Nope, no quest. I have no quests. Wow. And because I have no quests, I can't go anywhere unless I use the waypoint. And even then, I can't go to my base. My fort has not yet been unlocked. Okay, now it's changing my quests. Tutorials. Oh my goodness. This is a thing. This is definitely a thing.
You've stuck quest complete.
Oh. Now it's just randomly completing some of these level 1 quests. That's cool.
You have a new quest.
Oh, Restless Heroes. You know what? I'm gonna go there. Oh, I wish I don't know. We just beat an act boss. Why can't we just set me free? That right there is my wishing tree. It gives me magic find. It's a count level. So I want to feed that a lot of items to make it better, which I just fed it a bunch of junk.
You have gained a quest.
Oh my god, it keeps coming back. This quest bug is the worst!
A new quest.
Can't even click on the waypoint. Can't even click on the waypoint. Ah. I don't believe this. This represents a serious lack of aged Gouda and cheddar apple brats.
You have received a quest. You have finished a quest.
Okay, so it finished my Restless Heroes quest, and then it gave it to me again.
A new quest.
This is obscenity at this point. Well, as long as I have this Restless Heroes quest, it's not going to let me proceed. I don't think, but hopefully it just fixes itself. That's how it's been in the past. Joshua, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Just watching the Demon Souls replay. Hey, I enjoy it. Demon Souls, baby.
Good work defeating
Oh,
Sadista.
it updated.
There's no time to rest. You saw what that void heart is capable of, and now it's on its way to Mother. Who knows what she'll do with it?
We got it.
I don't know for sure where Varys went, but we're receiving reports of increased...
Dear hero, delighted to see you again. Our next stop is
Congratulations, you completed Act 2. Come back soon
Quest
as the adventure
finished.
continues in Act 3. So that's it. Early access complete, ladies and gentlemen.
You have completed a quest. You have finished a quest.
That was, pretty quick. Yes, they clearly have quite a few bugs to work out, Leaf, for sure. Joshua says, I'm curious about this game. As a kid, I played a ton of this game's spiritual successor, but only played a bit of the original Torchlight beta back in the day. It's an ARPG. It's a lighthearted ARPG like the previous Torchlight games. To be fair, I can't really compare it to those games because those games I played many, many years ago, and I barely remember a thing about them. So I can only really compare it to ARPGs of today. And with this early access, clearly early access is early access here, and it has a lot of bugs and could use quite a bit more content, IMO. That said, I had more fun with it so far than Minecraft Dungeons. It's certainly, again, too much remains to be seen. I have no idea how the endgame is going to stack up to Path of Exile's Atlas, or Greater Rifts in D3, or any of that stuff. I do not like how everything is tied to quests. You can see how problematic that can be here with the bugs that we're having. Where you can go is determined by what quests you're on, and that's just... You should just be able to go wherever you want. IMO. But we're 2 acts in. It is early access. It's very early access. Very early access. I am actually shocked that one bug is just like, it is vicious. What's up, K-Star? How you doing? Happy Sunday. It very well may, Jay Grizz, but I can only base it on what we're playing today.
You have received a quest.
My questing is bugged out again. It's just doing it constantly. Look, I have 2 of the Restless Heroes quests that are screwing me over and not letting me do anything.
Quest complete.
Oh, you know, Kim, I woke up and I was like, yo, what up?
Quest.
Time for some Persona, some Xenoblade, and some, what else? Torchlight 3. I'm sure they'll get the quest bug and the server issues ironed out pretty quick. Obviously, I have tons of questions about the endgame and how the fort's going to work and progression outside of what we've seen in this very small taste. And those are important questions. So when people ask me, like, how good the game is, I can't tell you because I don't. You gotta know about the endgame first.
Sagesta, you are finished.
This is the Act 2 boss, the final boss in the game that you can play against currently. She's got a really powerful slam dunk, but other than that, she didn't do much to us last time. That is not final art, obviously. Several of the cutscenes in the game have concept art placeholders. That's true. In fact, yeah, I know a lot of devs that would be terrified to put that in the game, even in an early access version.
You have perished.
Think fast!
Is this alpha or beta? This is early access. It is neither alpha nor beta. Early access available now on Steam. Another pet. Hey! Tlajam to thanks for the follow. Supreme Champion Duck, you are a Supreme Champion. Thanks so much for the follow. This is pretty much the extent of what I can do now. That's the hardest boss that I can do in this current build. You don't normally play early access. Is this level of problems normal for early access? No, not really. But I think it has something to do, I think it's all very much tied to the servers being slammed. Massive disconnection issues. I think it might be tied to the quest issue. Not sure. Wow. 392 damage. Of course, it's lifebound. You can take that off of it. That is like double the DPS of this thing. That's insane. No, this is a definitely more problems than is usual in early access. However, again, I believe most of it lies with the server issues from everyone trying to play. Could be wrong. I can only make a guess. Since I'm currently bugged, I can't go to my fort, which is a problem. But my quests seem to randomly fix themselves and come back and stuff like that on the regular, so...
Whoa.
Sleep! Hello, Sleep. Thanks for the follow. You're a Supreme Champion. Look at that marvelous duck.
First round's on you.
You've received a quest.
Oh, hey, I received a quest. I wonder what it is.
Come on back.
Hey, Sleep.
Started a quest.
Nice to have you here. So basically, it keeps deleting all my quests. What's my right-click spell? It is actually tied to my relic. It is the main skill of the poison relic. And that's pretty much what I've gone really deep into. I've got its cooldown reduced massively, and it does great damage in poisons, so yeah. Because my cars are very passive, because my train cars are super passive, my active is my relic ability, more or less. My main active, my spam active.
Mr. Kennick, we regret to inform
how do
you
I
that
have
Captain
this one?
Rennick
what do you mean?
J18437
As
has
you
been
progress through the
lost
quest,
on
you'll get a
field
relic of your
battle.
choice.
As his last surviving kin, we have enclosed his dog tags.
And that will give you these relic skills.
We acknowledge your loss.
You get it at like level 5 to 10 or something like that. You'll unlock it in your fort. And then you can change out relics and level them up. They level up independently of your character. But they basically give you another talent tree. And you'll get your pick of whatever relic you want when you get that option unlocked. There's like 7 to pick from, I think. I picked the poison one. And you put points into it just like you would any other skill tree. Yeah, yep. As you can see, my game is broken. And I can't go to my fort. And it tells me that I have to do the level 1 quests. This has been a recurring bug since last evening. Not that I have a whole lot to do. I could increase my fort and do cool stuff like that, but I have completed the 2 acts of content that are available. Maybe relogging will fix it. No, I have no quests. That could be fine, maybe. Can I go to my fort, is the question. The fort is your base of operations, and it's pretty important for you to be able to go there. Often. Hey, no problem, Sleep. Thanks for dropping by. Oh man, it's bugging out again. This is silly. This is super silly. Can't go to my fort. I don't even know if it'll let me fight the boss again to farm it. Because it might lock me out. Again, a lot of zones are locked, and if it doesn't think I've completed anything, it just won't let me in.
You have gained a quest. You have completed a quest. You can't carry any more.
I'm sure that they'll get this stuff ironed out over the course of early access. But it's got to be mad frustrating for anybody trying to play this weekend between the server disconnects and this very serious bug. can't even like go to other areas because they're all locked to quests.
You can carry it.
See, it won't even let me go in the boss room because it doesn't think that I've done this boss. Because it thinks I'm on the first quest of the game. This is a very unusual bug. It won't even let me go back to town. It can only let me go back to town because it doesn't think I've unlocked the town. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. Yeah, no, it's even worse today actually. It's persistent. I can't shake it. But we did, on the plus side, we did complete early access content. We managed to finish Act 2, and it told me the thanks for playing, see you again when Act 3's in, you know, that kind of jazz.
Leveled up.
How many hours did you get in the game before you hit the EA ending? 9? No, not 9. 7? 7 to 9.
Any news from the General?
On normal difficulty. New legendary skill, which we definitely wanted. Now we can equip this. Now all my weapons are ranged with poison bolts, which is really great to complement my poison build that I'm going with my relic. So what's the main incentive to keep playing after the end of EA content? There is no endgame facsimile currently available that I can tell. I could play on harder difficulties, I could play some other classes, I could work on my base. Working on the base seems like the most obvious choice there. However, I think there is going to be a wipe at some point. So you probably don't want to spend your whole life working on your base now. This seems like an incredibly annoying system. You have to click on this thing every 12 seconds. Just to make some dumb blocks. Alright, chiseled foot. Okay, we can make a figure. We are a railmaster. So your base is persistent across all your characters, so it's cool to have, like, you know, just a home to do your stuff. And as well as all the bonuses you get from these buildings, they apply account-wide. So I always love the concept of base building. It's always fun, right? But to what extent this goes, you know, so many questions. We need... Oh wow, this monument. I got lots of Goblin Fury. I've killed lots of goblins. So this will add permanent fire defense to all my characters. Based on big goblins I've slain. This one gives me more gold, based on machines I've killed. And this one... This is bugs, right? Yeah. Poison defense based on bugs.
How can we help?
You have finished a quest.
Yep. This is pretty much the same content that was in Frontiers, too. Map-wise and area-wise, anyway. Obviously, a lot of the mechanics and stuff changed from then to now. Okay, so the game figured out that I had completed those quests.
Suggesta.
So to let me go farm this Act 2 boss again.
Varus will take over.
Which I believe is the highest tier content I can do right now.
You made a mistake coming here.
feel better.
Oh, a gray and white owl. Don't need that. All right. Let's reset the encounter. Oh, I could change the difficulty. Get some torment on here. It's not really worth it, though. At least not right now. Like, 10% magic find is definitely not worth amping it up like that. I'm sure that they have a plan for making it worth it in, you know, somewhere in the cards. Ugh, Sunday morning and a little Torchlight. That's what I'm talking about, right? So what's your plan? Leveling up and then trying higher diff? I mean, in endgame, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to do now. Maybe I'll try another class. Work on the base a bit. We can do that. For a little bit here. Let's go farm the Act 2 boss again real quick, though. Like, I don't love that structure, you know what I mean? But obviously the endgame isn't here yet. I hope it has something comparable to, like, Rifts or Maps or any of the other ARPG endgame standards, right? Something. Instead of just going to farm act bosses. Aero Smokey says server keeps disconnecting. Yep, it has been doing that. It has been doing it. It's a big problem. Watch out for the quest bug. It's even worse than the disconnects. Way worse. I'd rather get disconnected every 5 minutes. Basically, the disconnects and the quest bug have overshadowed this early access release weekend, which is sad. I'm not happy about it. But it is what it is. I don't know what class we could possibly play that would be cooler than the guy with the train. That's my problem. I also don't think it needs to play the cutscene every time you walk into these places. That is just silly. Like, make a gallery where I can watch all the cutscenes that I've seen. You don't have to play it. Especially in a game about farming bosses. mean, the train is really... it may not be a wholly unique mechanic, but I can't remember another game where I had a train pet, so... The concept of having a passive DPS or buff is not unique. But it's nifty because it's a train. I can get behind that. Nope. There's so many pets. We only take rares now. $502 damage? Ooh, wow. I don't think my Snecko Stick bonus is working. I have it equipped, but I wasn't launching bolts. Maybe I need to be using a staff? Oh, there we go. It's working now. Okay. Let's try another class. Real quick. Yeah, there are loading screens. I definitely would put this on your SSD if you can. I didn't know that going in. But the load times are pretty bad. Obviously, I could have put this on my SSD and hopefully alleviated that. And some of this is probably caused by server load as well. I have no idea. So I don't want to condemn it on that front at this point. Oh, I'm able to connect to the game server. That's cool. Why would I want to connect to the game server anyway? You know, I don't know. Oh. Please check my network connection. Hey, spoiler alert, I think my network connection is great. Do we think it's going to load? What are the chances? Oh, come on. Come on! Well, this is certainly a, like I said, a lot of these are issues, these are, you know, opening day woes, for lack of a better thing. Every server-based game tends to have these. Certainly doesn't make it any better, but, you know, it ain't
You have gained
unique.
a quest.
What are you doing, rookie? Don't just stand there!
Oh my goodness. There's no winning, is there? Oh boy. Well, this has been fun, yeah? Okay. Hey, Null. Thanks, yeah. I think I'm gonna go lunch very soon here. This has been... Trying to get back in has been, obviously, you've seen what this has been like. I think I am gonna go get some lunch too, and I'll leave you guys with, K-Star, who's playing Phantasy Star 4. I mean, I just don't want to deal with this disconnect nonsense. It'll probably be fixed in a couple of days, but man... It's frustrating trying to play right now. That is, there's no way around it, you know? That's the reality of it. Are you... Alright, that's it. That's it. I'm gonna raid K-Star. She's playing a Phantasy Star. Enjoy that. There's probably no disconnects in Phantasy Star. I hope you've all had a good time in the stream today. For our afternoon stream. Thanks so much for being here. Consider following, if you haven't already. Consider liking. Consider subscribing. Anyway, I'm a Raid Kim. You guys have a beautiful Sunday. And, thanks for being here, and thanks for watching. Much appreciated. You guys have a great day, gang, and, keep it real. May all your disconnects be non-existent. You too, Jiro. Have a good one, buddy.
Woo! There we go.